Do you consider yourself a creative person? Do you have an urge to draw whatever comes to your imagination? Do you want to improve your art, or are you just starting from scratch? Then today's guest is the one you want to talk to. Today we will talk to the head of the art department.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of Person to Person. Today we will talk to the head of the art department, Joe T. Fusigna. He likes to think of himself as an artist who teaches on the side. So Joe, when did your interest in art start?
My interest started probably in elementary school when my older sister was pretty good at art, and I thought I'd give it a try, and I got a little good feedback and kind of took it from there. And so, elementary school all the way through to graduate school, I, took art, focused in on that, and, so I'd say way back when I was a young child.
When did you first get involved with NCC's art department?
I started working at NCC in fall 1988, and I was started as an adjunct in the old campus on down in Wilson Avenue, and I was adjunct, and then I think it's 93 I was hired full-time. And at that point there was only one full-timer in the art department, that was me, and I oversaw the graphic design department and the graphic design area, the studio arts, fine arts, but now I just oversee the studio fine arts, and John Alvord does the graphic design and web design.
So, what are your responsibilities as the head of the art department?
Well, I think my first responsibility is to the students, teaching, and that's the part I really enjoy, and that's really obviously my main purpose for being here. But outside of that, I also have to just administer the program in terms of overseeing a budget. Doing paperwork for the budget and having, bills paid, ordering supplies, equipment, making sure that everything's working properly, overseeing faculty, hiring faculty, and I also help Susan Hardesty, the gallery director. I kind of assist her, with some decision making. So, it's teaching and administration.
Okay. So how long have you been the president of the art department?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm the president. I'm the technically I'm the coordinator. I'm the program coordinator of the studio art program, and I don't know. Even before I was hired full time, I was a sabbatical replacement for Ann Chernow, who was head of the program then, and so for a year I was a sabbatical replacement. I oversee the studio art and graphic design area, and I've basically been doing it since, all along.
What opportunities does the art department have for students to showcase their work?
Well, we have many opportunities. I mean, one of they can show their work in the classroom, okay, when we hang up the work and critique it. We try to get as much student work out in the hallway, the art hallway, and we're always putting work out there, new stuff, and it's amazing how much students enjoy that. We also have at the end of the year, in spring, we have a student art and architecture exhibition, where students put work up there, and once in a while we are asked to, somebody comes and asks to have we usually do it once every 2 years, a show up in New Haven where they choose students from art programs throughout the state, and we exhibit there. So there are many levels in which they can exhibit.
So how do you increase the visibility of all the art that you post around the school for the students?
Well, I mean, how do we increase the visibility? Obviously showing it. As I said before, the bulletin boards, as I said, the student art exhibition is huge. I mean, at the end of the semester, spring, it's basically plastered on every single inch of the gallery walls, And presently I'm doing a sculpture class, and so we, due to lack of space and also just to get the work out there, I usually exhibit students' art projects, sculpture projects throughout the campus.
So what would you say is your biggest accomplishment as the head of the art department so far?
I think the growth in terms of when I was first starting out here, they probably had about 10 classes per semester, 10 sections, and now we have over 30. I think the quality of the teaching, I'm very proud of that. And I think more and more students, I think the quality of the students based upon hopefully our reputation is increasing also.
With all these responsibilities as director, do you ever get time to work on your own artwork?
Yes, yes. Let me correct something too. I always consider myself to be an artist first, and I'm not a part-time teacher, but I'm an artist who teaches rather than a teacher who is an artist. And I've always said that it's very important that I am a practicing artist, and I do try to make as much time as possible. In many respects, being a teacher gives you a good opportunity to, gives you a fair amount of time to do your work. I have summers off, the vacations you guys get, the Christmas break, I always get a chunk of time there, and then during the week. And it also helps because I have in the last 2 years I'd had a studio built at my house. So it's a lot easier just to walk across the driveway to, get some work done.
Yeah. So do you have any future plans for the art department?
Yes. Once the big plan is to move into the second floor of the A wing in the West Campus to expand our facilities. But what has to happen there is they have to build that new allied health building. Then all the science, which the second floor of the A wing now is the science wing. They'll move all those people out. They'll renovate that part of the campus, and then we'll move in. So I don't see that happening for about 4 years, but hopefully a little sooner. But that's kind of our we'll get new facilities, bigger spaces, and more room for all the growth that we've had.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. So today we met someone who's a major force in keeping art alive at NCC. Through his work at the head of the art department, it has only grown and will continue to progress. We would like to thank Joe T. Fusigna for joining us today.
Thank you.